Welcome back to Bike. Today we're going to talk about squeaky brakes. Also, to start this off, we're going to introduce a new tool. This is a pad spreader. The purpose of this thing is, as your brakes, assuming you have disc brakes, particularly hydraulic disc brakes, the pistons that push the brake pad towards your rotor are going to self-adjust. As your brake pads wear down, the pistons will stay out further so that you have the same bite point relative to the lever travel, blah, blah, blah. The point is, sometimes you get a knock, you run into a rock, or you just have a hard impact, and maybe your brake caliper shifts a little bit, or something's out of alignment, and you get a squeaky brake. But nothing's really wrong, it's just that now the left side is contacting the rotor, and the right side is not. So everything will work fine, but it might just be loud. So take a pad spreader, jam it right in between the brake pads, work it in, that'll push the pistons back in using the brake pads. Do it both ways. Make sure you get them really far apart. You can do it from both sides usually. Take it back out. The first step, of course, is always to examine the pads. Make sure you've got pad left on your pads. And assuming that's true, this is a great next step. This also really helps when you put in new pads, because when you put in brand new pads, the old ones are usually worn down. So those pistons are sticking out and you need to get them back out. So before you take out your old pads, put your pad spreader in there, get those pistons pushed back in, then put in your new pads, and you should be able to slide your rotor right back up in. So now that we've done that, I'm going to put my wheel back in and see if my squeak is gone.